We're gonna talk about them.
Alright, go for gold, bro.
Trade request might win fruit.
Huh? What trade request? Go, because if you start talking rubbish.
Someone got traded to the Kings with it. I didn't say it was me, but someone said it.
Start the podcast, right? Nonsense already.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mums and baby dads, welcome to another episode of Take It to the Rim podcast with myself, Rods, aka I work for ESPN. Let's just remember that, yeah? That's all I'm gonna say. AKA, boy, had the Mavs is a rainy day, innit?
Very rainy day over in
Very
Dallas.
rainy day.
Very
It's
rainy
peak.
day.
It is peak. And I am also joined by Clipper Cam,
What's good?
Westbrook's #1 fan.
I have to be right now. Don't I? I'd be a terrible supporter of the team if I wasn't supporting Russ as well.
He would.
Showing signs of greatness. You see 5 for 5? Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you see that? 5 for 5?
We saw.
Yeah.
Everyone saw. We all saw.
Yeah.
Russ 8.
No Kawhi, no PG. 5 for 5?
Yes, we saw.
Yeah?
Yes, we saw.
So you're not on the toxic fandom thing.
What toxic fandom? No, I've never been that kind of person, innit? And I think
Boring.
No, bro, it shows the Arsenal and Lakers fans, innit? Because the man bullied the guy, innit?
You need some hate in your heart, man.
I have hate in my heart for. Oh, don't worry, I have hate.
It's coming.
Hey.
If anyone has the most hate, it's definitely
Me?
Yes.
It's you.
100.
What do you mean,
How is it me?
Rodney? Hate.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, I dislike people. I dislike players. I dislike coaches.
So who do I hate if it's me?
Dylan Brooks.
I don't hate him.
Campaign.
Good one.
You hate exactly. You
I
can't.
have some things to say about Dylan Brooks today as well.
Oh, that's
we're gonna get to it.
perfect. And on that case, from the home of the brave and the land of the free.
What is that? What is that?
And I'm sure he's happy supporting his team. Knicks, God.
Welcome to the podcast.
We have the one, the only, the unfortunate Knicks fan. We got Soji in the building.
Bing bong. Come on. Yes.
Oh,
What do you mean, man? Valentine's Park's finest.
Please,
You know what I'm saying?
please.
Boy.
The voice of the people. I've come here. A lot of people. I've the people have sent me today. You know, with to speak because we've been hearing you guys say a lot of things, and I'm not sure everyone agrees or supports with what's been going on so far.
I know people don't agree with me. And I know I'm hated. I know I'm disliked. But you know what? Someone has to be crazy.
Exactly. It comes to the territory.
Someone has to be crazy. But you know what happens? The crazy person's always right.
I don't think that's true.
What-
I don't think
Who's
that's
ever
true.
said that? Who has ever said that?
BC.
You know what? You're right, and that's why I still listen to Kanye.
See, there we go.
What's going on? What's going on?
Prime example.
This don't sound like a basketball podcast. I'm just saying that. I don't know what's happened here.
Okay, since we have our guest here today.
Yes.
First, before we do, obviously, even though I've said it, but for the people to hear, some people, you know, they listen like this, so we just have to make sure that they understand. So, what team do you support and why?
I am a LeBron James. I'm a New York Knicks fan. No, I need to tell people I'm a LeBron James fan just because so they know that I haven't been completely suffering for these last
Forever?
30, 40. Yeah, I was thinking how long since I was out the sperm. But yeah, I'm a New York Knicks fan. I have been a very humble and quiet one. If you go and you check my basketball tweets, you'll see a lot about other teams because it's better to live vicariously when you're struggling. But yeah, I grew up playing basketball, you know what I'm saying, with my family. My dad taught me the game, taught me the 1-2 into the layup, do you know what I mean?
On the medals.
And I lost it a little bit when I came back around 14, 15, school team and stuff, I was like trying to get back into the game.
Yeah.
This was around the time of the 2012 Olympics.
Mm.
So I'm like, all this basketball's on YouTube for free. Let me watch it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm of Nigerian descent. So I thought, let me watch my countrymen get absolutely torn to
Cheeks
shreds
got clapped, bro.
by USA, all-time record Olympics biggest deficit. Yeah.
Jeez.
And you know who gave us buckets? That man, number 7 himself, Carmelo Anthony, set the record for the most points, I think, for the US in the Olympics at the time.
Jeez.
And I was always a great defender, but I wanted to learn how to be a good scorer at the time. Everyone said, one-on-one, Melo's the best scorer in the league. And I watched a lot of his games, watched a lot of his highlights. Was like, let me step up and watch the full game instead of just the highlights so I can understand how he's doing it in the offense, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to know the players, know the team. I didn't want to support LeBron in Miami at the time because I want to be a glory hunter, you know.
Yeah.
But, and I was like, obviously, as I'm watching the games and I'm watching Big Uncle Ray, Raymond Felton, that's a throwback. You know what I'm saying? Bring the ball up each possession. I was realizing the Knicks ain't good.
Nah.
And actually, they ain't been good for a while. And I was like, am I going to jump ship before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I liked Harden's game in the Rockets at the time. There was a couple other guys I was interested in. But I thought, you know, in sports, you don't really pick your team. Your team picks you, you know what I'm saying? And I already had a soft spot for the guys, Iman, JR. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, let me rock with them. And I've been...
Unserious guys. Unserious guys.
What do you mean?
He said
JR's
serious
got a podcast coming out soon.
Listen, unserious guys. But
JR
continue.
is very unserious.
Take that back because Shumpert's one of the greatest storytellers ever. And if he ever hears this, he's not coming to your pod.
First of all,
His storytelling is an A1.
we're not talking about storytelling. I'm talking about...
He was a very good defender, so let's...
Huh?
Are you telling me Iman Shumpert was not a
We're
good
not
defender?
talking about that. I'm not saying he wasn't a good defender. However, them two, the way they interact with each other, unserious guys. You're not telling me...
You don't want your podcast to thrive.
Anything is possible. And you're telling me they're serious guys. That's fine, continue.
I know why Melo gave you guys buckets in the Olympics as well.
Did you see also in that game, side note, if you remember that game,
Harden got
you
broken.
know that's
Harden
what
got
I
broken.
wanted to bring
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I can't remember the Nigerian brother's name.
Yeah. Harden
but
was
the
doing
way
gymnastics.
he crossed Harden into the splits.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I remember that.
You guys things took.
What?
Go look up that highlight if you ain't seen that highlight. Crazy, man.
So, the Knicks. I'll be honest. I don't really like you guys.
So where's this come from? Because I've been feeling the animosity from early, and you know what I'm saying?
It's bad for basketball when the Knicks are doing well.
What? What?
It is bad for basketball when the Knicks are doing well.
Hold on, let him cook.
When they're clowning around, but they're just hanging by the thread, that's perfect. But I can't remember what season it was where you guys were the 5th seed. Because you guys were the 5th seed right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've been 5th seed before. It was the 5th or 4th for you.
It was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, against Hawks and that boy Ice Trey.
Ice Trader
Put you
again.
split through in the bin, took you out, put you in the recycling bin.
Yeah, we wept. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like, I just thought, I don't entirely like. I rate Brunson 100% because he's been a difference maker. Brunson, I'm cool with. Quickly, I like
Cool
him.
with, just cool with. Okay.
I'll rock with Brunson. He's got a good bag. He's got a good bag. I like Quickly as well. Young, up and coming. He's there,
IQ.
man. I like him 100%. Obviously, throwback D-Rose and that, he's cool.
You've missed out a name.
Wait, let me get there. Go on.
But Julius Randle,
Big Jules.
bum.
All-star.
Bum.
I don't rate yours. I don't rate him because, do you know what? It's the same old song. You guys are 5th seed. Cool. You've got a good rhythm, got a good momentum. You're doing well. Lovely. Come postseason, and I've seen it in different spurts in the regular season, where it's like here and there, not all the time.
Facts.
Come postseason, show him right. lockdown, man down,
not
hand
telling
down,
lies.
smack down,
He's not telling
done,
lies.
finish, clamped, out. Knicks eliminated first round. Yeah,
That's been our story. It has. It's been our story.
RJ Barrett. To me, I'm sorry, but your top 3 pick. Also a left-hand merchant, and it's quite funny because most people can't use their left, so it's like when you're a left-hand merchant, is amazing. It's great, but he's been following the steps of Julius Randle, and is like, you gotta be careful, boy. You gotta be careful. Because where he is right now, I thought he would have had, I wouldn't say higher ceiling, but I thought he would have improved his game more than what he is now.
I agree.
So, but right now he's just kind of, I'm not going to say coasting, but I don't see the difference in like the past 2-3 seasons.
I don't think he is what you need him to be. I think that's the point.
He should definitely be much more than what he is
Especially
now.
compare him to his peers as well. Zion, Ja, what's the Darius Garland was a pick after him as well. Some even Tyler Hero is like, if I don't rate Tyler Hero that much in it, but Tyler
I
Hero
won't
is
go
probably,
that far.
No.
He's a shit. I won't go that
I
far.
think we can though. I think we can.
There's an argument that can be made there, 100%.
According to what?
And
According to
Tyler Hero also in the finals, one of the rookies averaged 20.
Bro, he was
Something
averaging,
like that.
he was averaging 20 in what that would be his first ever season in the NBA.
Yeah, and he was
When they went to the finals in the bubble, he was a major contributor.
he was doing.
Don't worry,
bits.
Knicks fans, I've got you. Okay,
I'm
cool.
just going after RJ. That's my only beef. I'm
One
going after
other
RJ.
guy who, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Him and his hair needs to go.
Yeah, he does.
Big Mitch.
He does.
He needs to go. Like,
He does. No, he does.
I can't even waste energy there because I'm gonna have to repent. Look, he needs to go.
You might need to bring back Taj Gibson.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That's a loyal servant for years.
But it's like, you know what? I'm just waiting because I've seen this story before. So I just want to see if you get out the first round. I put my hands up. I'll admit it. I'll come on the podcast
Can't
and
be
say
red-handed.
I was wrong about the Knicks. Mark this day. If the Knicks get out of the first round, yeah. If the Knicks get out of the first round,
Thursday the 30th of March.
yeah. If they get out the first round, I will come on the pod and I will give a sincere, heartfelt apology to the Knicks.
I don't want
all the
you
fans.
to say it. I want you to sing it. I want to hear, I'm sorry. And you know what? I'll bring my Carmelo Anthony jersey for you.
I will do
to
that.
sing it in as well.
I will do that. If the Knicks get out of the first round, I will sing that apology. Yeah, I will sing that apology. But guess what? They won't.
What's your take?
I've been hearing a lot of negativity about the Knicks. You know what I mean? Coming from areas of the room. It's all right. Listen, New York, we understand people don't like us. We don't need people to like us. You know what I mean? Tyler Hero, where's his team in the playoff rankings?
Oh, they're us.
Oh,
They're
they're
us.
rubbish. Oh, that's interesting.
So where you guys were last year? Where you guys were last year?
The thing about the old days, they're the old days.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Listen, man, come on. You're comparing RJ Barrett to Zion. How many games Zion played? His NBA career.
I feel like there's a good chance Zion playing.
Has Zion hit triple digits?
Zion's
I don't think he has.
Zion's total points might be more than RJ Barrett's total points.
Has he hit triple digits this?
Oh, of course not. Oh,
Are you checking
I don't
that?
know.
I think.
Are you gonna check
I
that?
don't know.
You can check that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
check
think he's
that.
played 100 games in his career. Of course not. But who would you rather have?
Who would I rather have? I'd rather have the guy that can play, the guy that plays
lying.
every
Stop
game
lying.
of
Stop
the
lying.
season. Julius Randle.
No. That's why I asked you. Who would you rather have on your team? Zion for 30 games a season, or RJ Barrett for 82?
I think when we look at the end of it, all said and done,
Yeah.
in my honest opinion,
Yeah.
we're gonna look at Zion as one of the biggest disappointments in the history of
That's
the
not
NBA.
why I asked you.
And
That is
RJ
not why I
Barrett
asked you. Yes.
will probably end up revitalizing his career
When?
the day he finds a jump shot.
the day he finds a drop shot. 4 years into the league, the day he finds a drop shot.
RJ's
people
definitely
can-
got more. I just want to see what the difference is.
RJ's career average is probably what, like 17.
Something.
He's
around
averaged
there.
20.
It's something
He averaged
around
20
there, yeah.
last year or the year
He's
before.
averaging 19 this year.
Yeah, his career average is probably like
Yeah, so
17.
it's probably around 17. I
Zion's
think he
career-
came out the gate for 14.
Yeah, his first season did like score a great deal of
Yeah.
points, but he had a 20 point per game scoring season. I think
And
that
he's
was
playing
the year.
great team
That was it.
defense. And coach trusts him.
I don't trust that man
And the
because
communication
Almost a
that he's
2K
providing.
we say
Almost a 2K difference.
Almost.
2,000 points.
between the two of them.
Yes,
So
that's like
RJ is
what?
like
About 2 weeks of
1,008.
Zion's game?
but bro, Zion's played one season's worth of
No,
basketball.
I'm with you. Listen.
I know
alright,
who
okay,
you'd rather
cool.
have, but that's not the
100%.
question. I'm sorry.
For me, the Knicks season, has been... It's been a tumultuous one.
Big word.
Yeah.
Big word.
It's been a lot of up and downs the last couple of years. Last year was very disappointing for us as a
Very.
Knicks fan.
Yep.
Oh, 100%.
Especially following what happened the year prior. We felt like we were really going somewhere. But at the start of the season, there were a lot of laughs.
Yes.
We didn't get the signings we wanted. We didn't get the trades we wanted.
So we should laugh, 100%.
They told us that we had the worst, most expensive big three in the league, which no one said was a big three, by the way. If you told us at the start of the season we're going to be where we are today, we would be very happy. Now, considering what we had on the roster,
Continue and then I'll.
the run that the Knicks have been on recently, since the trade for Josh Hart, has been wonderful.
You're playing great basketball.
Yeah.
Big Jules, he has his weaknesses, he has his shortcomings. I admit that. However, this year he stepped up. His shooting numbers are up from last year. His points are up from last year. His turnovers are down. You know what I mean? This is his fights are up. I don't know what's going on with that.
He's tired. That's why he's leading the league in minutes.
He is.
Yeah.
He's and I'm not gonna lie. The one thing you cannot fault Big Jules on, he's available.
Yeah.
And he's playing every game.
Yeah.
Tibbs is short on the rotation. He's cut out a couple of guys who have been loved. Derrick Rose is out. Cam Reddish has had problems.
He's gone now anyway.
And but the team, honestly, the Knicks team, the heart's there, the defense is there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we're a top 10 team defensively in the NBA. I think we're 9th, so we're just in there. But we're in there. You know what I'm saying?
Top 10 is top 10. Top 10 is top 10.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And in the grand scheme of things, this means nothing.
Okay.
Right?
This is where we needed to get to.
mean nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Why is
However,
that? No, wait. Why does it mean nothing?
because even if we even dare to make it out the first round, second round is a wash. But as of the last 2 weeks, I can say that, we gave Milwaukee a run for their money. Okay, I can't say that, but but I can lie to myself. I can look into the mirror and convince myself that we did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think for me, the whole postseason is getting our lick back on Donovan Mitchell.
Have to.
That's all the pride. That's
to.
like if with that with the pride of the run back, like the Knicks are what 44 and 33 right now.
I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
11 games over 500. That's serious. That's
44 and 33. Yeah.
serious. 11 games over 500. The team has a grit to it, an energy to it, a commitment to it. We get to see. I'm not gonna lie, am I enjoying watching Julius Randle ISO? No, all the time. No, it's better than it was before.
Yeah.
He's taking less pull-up threes, more spot-up threes. Jalen Brunson, he's a hooper, man.
Yeah.
He is a hooper. Like
Luka fumbled the bag.
If you enjoy watching, good basketball, you enjoy watching Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
IQ, I love what he's given us. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I can't believe he's convinced Tibbs to just give him this kind of free role where he's allowed to do what he does. But the thing about IQ is he's tidy, rarely has turnovers.
Yeah, that's right.
And he plays quite hefty minutes off the bench. I think he's just under 30 minutes a game.
If I'm honest, and I've questioned this for a while, I don't get why he came. Even last year I was saying I don't get why he's coming off the bench because like, what do you think? So my brother's a Knicks fan, John. I say to him, I don't think Quentin Grimes is that. I don't think he's size wise he's probably a better two. But when we're talking about what you get production-wise, Quickly's your guy, bro. And I get having him come off the bench, you know, lead the second unit.
And the on-off numbers are good as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. But, bro, like, I just feel like you're leaving a talent on the bench for no real reason, if I'm honest. Like, it's not like you guys are, like, surefire 100% on offense all the time, innit? Like, there are times where you have slow starts. And you know the microwave badge on 2K? That's Quickly, bro.
Facts.
That's Quickly. If he makes 2 shots, I feel like he's going to start going on a run for the next
juice.
10. Bro, throwback. What? What?
The real Michael
That's
Jordan.
what Quickly is.
Yeah. I like that. I said the real Michael Jordan.
There's
okay. No, but yeah. I just
But
feel like
who's keeping Quickly on the bench?
It was Quentin Grimes, right? And I think it might be Josh Hart now.
Yeah, but who's making that decision?
The
Terrible
terrorist.
Tibbs.
So
The
you gonna convince Tibbs to play 2 small guards in Brunson and Quickly?
The thing is, I haven't agreed with anything that Tibbs has done since Derrick Rose. Like, I haven't agreed with, bro, because all he does is run players into the ground. Why, like, Joran, I see the benefit in having guys who can play 40 plus minutes and that, But I will reference this because I referenced it before. That game where you guys had a back-to-back and you went to overtime in the first night, Julius Randle played 40-something stupid minutes. And then the next game, I can't remember the team you played against, the game was going, Toronto, you're playing against Toronto. Your guys had nothing left, bro. No gas in the tank. And that is a common thing because for some reason, he's the opposite of Budenholzer, where he just feels like, that guy needs to play 43, 44 minutes every night. Bro, you're even the games where you're blowing teams out, Randall's still getting minutes, man. Like, let the guys rest, let the guys chill. That's how injuries occur in it. So I haven't really agreed with, you know, his philosophy in terms of coaching anyway. And I just feel like there's guys, especially Quickly, if you guys had invested more time into him earlier on in his career, like in the last couple of years, I feel like you would know where you stand with him in terms of, is this guy someone we're going to keep on for the future? Or is it someone we're going to give an extension, a contract extension to? Or is it someone we're going to let walk or trade away potentially? Innit? And I feel like
we know what Quick is, but you don't give young guards the keys. You just
I'm not saying give him the keys.
It just doesn't happen in the NBA.
But
like,
that
when
guy,
you do, you get the shit show that's the Rockets.
Yes, or you get what Philadelphia have in Tyrese Maxey.
No, but Maxey ain't got the keys.
Maxey had the keys, and for some reason, Doc took it back. And everyone agrees that Tyrese Maxey should be starting in the offense.
But
they're better when Tyrese.
But even if he starts, he's not got the key. He's got the keys.
He's got the keys.
He's got the green light to do his thing when he's on the court, same as Quickly does. But we're not gonna let you, as a young point guard, run the offense 99. There's only a certain pedigree of point guard. Only guys like Trae Young can come out the gate.
Also, but we're talking about 2 guys who are both playing the 2. Like, neither of them 2 are predominantly point guards. In. Like, both of them are 2. They're undersized 2 guards in it. But Tyrese Maxey was averaging 20 points when he was starting for the Philadelphia 76ers because the way that Doc, and I watched their preseason training thing where he was talking about it, that guy is going to be the reason they win a lot of games because yes, he might be their third option, but you're talking about a third option behind the leader in points in Joel Embiid and James Harden, whose main priority isn't really scoring like that, innit? I feel like with Harden leading the league in assists, Joel Embiid leading the league in points, you're telling me that your second option can't be Tyrese Maxey, who's averaging 20 points. I'm telling you, he has offensively. He has the keys.
I have things to say about the Sixers.
Okay,
we're gonna get there.
We'll get to that. But I'm just saying, there's examples in the league of guys who have had more of an opportunity, who yes are not the franchise player, have not been fully given the keys, but still given much more opportunity to play. Man, I feel like it's not as bad as a Cam Reddish situation where he never really got the chance. But I just feel like his growth maybe isn't stunted, but could be stunted if he doesn't get that proper opportunity.
I think we've quickly,
and that's a 6th man of the year, by the way.
Starting him now, for me, I don't think, not that he can't start, but like you said about Tyrese Maxey, right? There's a big difference there. Tyrese Maxey played alongside James Harden, who is facilitating, a facilitator. He's not focused on scoring; he's facilitating, meaning Embiid and Maxey are basically, they're just going out.
They're the scorers, The flow of the offense makes more sense.
You go over to the Knicks now. You really want
Brunson's
to put him
getting his buckets.
Brunson, he's not saying that he can't facilitate,
but he's
getting buckets.
Yeah, I agree.
He's getting buckets, then facilitating. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. Randle.
Julius Randle.
Yep, taking all the shots, dribbling the air out of the ball.
100%.
Another bucket getter that's doing that as well, right? Which is, I personally said that if we got Randle out of there, you'll see the development of everyone else around him. But Randle's there. That's shots as well.
Yep.
then RJ Barrett now
Barrett,
as well.
yes.
Yeah?
RJ Barrett,
So that's already 3 guys
yes.
who are bucket. So putting quickly there is going to be a waste.
Okay, yeah,
you
I
might as
understand
well
that.
bring
That
him
makes
off
sense.
the bench where he gets more touches, and that's going to not cause his development or for any stunted growth to happen.
Yeah.
Because then he's like, okay, second unit is my time.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no.
And
So
also,
it makes
you
sense.
never really want a period where one of Brunson and Quickly aren't on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like Tibbs has managed to get. And the thing that I wanted to say about the Knicks this season, and about it's kind of irrelevant. It's more of a pride thing. We've had a good run, and everyone's feeling good. But what it really is building a winning culture with these young guys, and they're seeing what it takes. Do you know what I mean? Like the commitment, the dedication, night in, night out.
Yeah.
They're learning to have to like be ready. If you're not ready for your time and you get your small opportunity, you'll be shipped like Cam Reddish. It doesn't matter. You can have all the talent in the world. This is what it takes to win in the NBA. And the team is winning.
It's true.
The team is winning games. So long term, for me, the culture change in New York in terms of how we're approaching things, their expectations, the levels that are being sent. Quickly's matching that. Quickly's getting the minutes. The rotation isn't that long. Quentin Grimes, you may not be his biggest fan, but next to us, undersized guard, it
You see
always
the
helps
value.
to have a 2. He's our best 3-point shooter in terms of percentages. I think, I don't think in volume. I think in volume there's maybe 2 or 3 guys ahead of him. But he's definitely our highest. Josh Hart.
Yeah.
But like that sample size is crazy. And he sets the tone, taking on the lead guard every night. You can't. Do you know what I mean? You reward that. You show that within the squad, within the team. Other guys will come in now and realize, we gotta. If we want to play, that's what we got to bring. And so for me, looking forward now for the Knicks, it's you've got the highest paid person. He's so. Cam just showed me. Jules has a sprained ankle, so he is down.
Julius, most minutes in the league.
Sprained
Randall
ankle.
has sprained his ankle last night.
Last night, yeah.
Tibbs strikes again.
We can talk. But to be fair, he's been healthy for the last 3 years, and he's been doing those minutes.
Yeah, but my point is that the minutes are what has led to.
But also, there's not really been many postseason runs. so how many minutes is it really?
It's a lot, man.
It's better that his ankle sprained now than in 2-3 weeks.
It could be obviously. Yeah, you're right. And you guys are playing Cleveland on.
And we're pretty much locked for the 5th seed now. I think it's 3 games
100%.
between 4th and 6th.
But I'll tell you this.
Either way.
I will tell you this. Yeah. Knicks. Yeah. You're there. You're part of that. Yeah. You better not lose to Donovan Mitchell. And
He's
the
going to.
Cleveland
What do you mean?
Cavaliers.
They're going to lose.
And if you do, yeah, I'll be waiting for you right here.
Yeah.
It'll be I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
The thing is that's
You cannot lose to Donovan. And really and truly,
that's so unfair. But
it
you're
might
going
be
to lose.
is in writing because do you
The Cavs,
I've
the
been
Cavs
doing-
are
I've been
so
doing-
good, bro.
I've-
do you
And the
think you can really like? I'm not saying you can give a good series, but this is the Cavs.
The Cavs are so good.
It's like it's very techy. Obviously, yes, they've got 2 undersized guards playing, but they're working well together. It's just it's perfect. It's fine. And then he's usually what Levert at the 3.
They don't start Levert. They'll start a Coro normally.
They'll start one of them bricklayers,
Coro,
one of the
yeah,
construction
'cause
workers in
yeah.
three.
They'll start a Coro.
Either
and
athletic
then-
defender.
then they got the
Mobley.
Twin Towers. Yeah,
Mobley
Mobley
and Allen.
Serious over
That's
there,
that's gonna be a problem. I won't say much for Brunson because for some reason, somehow, some way, no matter who's in the post, Brunson always
He's
finds a
cooking
way
them,
to
bro.
score.
Listen,
He's just so
cookers
yeah.
cook.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He can cook,
chefs.
But
Let the chefs cook.
but
Cookers cook.
Garland is a problem.
Yes.
Oh,
certified.
I love his game.
Certified.
I love
he's-
his game.
The thing is, and he is so quick.
Yeah.
He is so quick.
It's not
with
even
everything.
the
His
speed.
moves, his crossovers, his footwork,
He's
his
twitchy.
shot.
That's
His
what
shift,
he's
it's the
he's
shiftiness.
yeah.
Oh my god!
And it's like
Yeah.
it's just like pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop. And it's like by the time you've even gone to jump and put your hand up, the shot's already about to go in.
Yeah, and it's
Followed by
yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, who's just leaping over everyone.
he's
and he can
he's
score
all
in
NBA this
many
year,
ways.
certified.
Literally, he's like a a modern. I'm not gonna say improved because this guy's a legend, but it's like if there was to
I know the name that's coming
recycle
out your
this,
mouth.
yeah,
I know the name that's
recycle
Go on,
coming out your
please.
mouth.
person,
Who?
it would be Dwayne Wade.
Facts. And I
It would
stand
be
by that.
Dwayne Wade.
If Dwayne Wade could shoot,
Exactly. If Dwayne
Yeah.
Wade
Modern
could
day.
shoot, literally,
with
modern day Dwayne Wade.
I feel
Without
like
the
big
defense,
problem.
without the defense,
Oh, yeah,
because
100%,
Wade
yeah.
Wade could
No one
work
thinks
you
that.
94.
But if to be fair, if Donovan Mitchell was like 4 inches taller, if Donovan Mitchell was 6'4", 6'5", that's terrifying.
I think the
That
defensive
is
IQ
terrifying.
still wouldn't be there.
But it would be easy.
But Wade,
It'd be
Wade's
different.
length
Yeah,
and
man,
his
that's
and
what
his
I'm
height
saying.
and his athleticism, yeah, it's crazy. I hear you.
But that's the thing. That's also my issue with some players as well. Like players that are quick and athletic, like John Morant, Donovan Mitchell, those guys. You have the keys and the ability to be a good defender. So for me, it's just effort because like the way how athletic these guys are and how quick they are.
It's easy to slide your feet, man.
I think on that conversation, I think
Perimeter-wise,
being
though.
under 6'5" in the NBA, you're a defensive liability. If you're like
New Dog.
anyone under 6'5" gets targeted. Marcus Smart gets targeted at times by NBA teams. Like the switch and isolation on a small guy game is lethal. It's tough.
I'ma have
Every
to
defensive
strongly
scheme
disagree.
protects guards under 6'5", if we're being honest. Like
I'm gonna strongly disagree.
who's really moving the needle
Drew
in a
Holiday.
defensive team?
Yeah. But he's about
Drew
six-
Holiday.
but
Drew's
Drew
about 6'4", though, no?
Drew's 6'4", he said 6'5".
Drew's 6'4",
Yeah.
and Drew is one
He's
of the
quick,
greatest
yeah.
defenders we've probably seen as a guard. If I'm being honest, we need to start putting him in a conversation with the glove and those man because he's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
So you're talking about an outlier. After Drew, it's probably Marcus in the guards, if we're being honest.
Yeah, okay.
And he's great. I'm a huge Marcus Smart fan. As a Knicks fan, it's kind of weird, but I love his approach to the
He's a
game,
dog,
his
he's a
attitude, his
dog.
energy, his dog. Like
Yeah.
there's a point when I remember Boston a couple of years ago, he was playing center for stretches
Yeah.
and rotating over and
He's
blocking
nice.
bigs,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
you just gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? He got the sympathy with DPOY.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie, but he probably could have got one earlier, so I'll allow it.
Do you know what? I will. For me anyway, I just think because of the way the league is now, especially with these guards, they prioritize offense over defense, which like leads to your point 100%. So you
No,
look
but
at
just the way the teams attack.
No, of course,
Like
of-
offensive teams, they switch, they mismatch hunt.
yeah.
And they're looking for the smallest guard or they're looking for a skinny forward.
Yeah, 100%. Because realistically, when to add to your point, to be fair, you're right. Because I could name a handful of guards like Drew Holiday, Marcus Smart, Pat Beverly on some occasions, Gary Payton II. Like there are good.
Oh, GP2, I forgot him. He's in the conversation.
There are good, legit, small perimeter defenders. However, they're not everywhere. They're hardly anywhere.
And even them, they're still
They're a
like,
very
like
small percentage of the
Javon Carter.
Is he a say? Is he say?
He's a good defender, but at the end of the day, your size limits you to so much. Like
I don't like it.
I still see.
I know you don't.
I know. Last episode, I saw. I was here. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
mad because of how he played in Brooklyn.
Nah, I don't like that, man.
Everyone gets lit
Get
when they
that
leave
man
Brooklyn.
out of America.
And you know
bro.
what? I kind of respect the hating, but I also like the guy. So I'm a defender.
He
But
said he rates your hateration.
on the matchup, I think if you're the Knicks versus Cleveland is
Tough,
the playoff, but if you like
good, though.
if you just like
gonna be
basketball,
exciting. Yeah.
that's gonna be a fun series.
Especially if
to
you're from
watch,
the UK,
man.
bro. That's an East Coast game.
For
That's
real.
not going to be on
Man.
mad late, nothing like that.
For real, because you've got two strong defensive teams. Obviously, the twin towers of Cleveland, Mobley and
Serious.
Jarrett Allen. You've got, you know what I'm saying? You've got the Knicks with all their big chunky forwards. You've got Mitch, Randall. Huh?
Pause.
Play.
What do you mean play, bro? What do you mean play, bro?
I'm just gonna.
What's
You know what I'm
going on?
saying?
I'm gonna say
You
that
got,
for later.
you got the size inside. You got the rotate, the defensive strategy from Tibbs. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
Yeah.
then you've got the guards that can put in the work.
Serious.
So it's gonna,
gonna be
there's gonna
serious,
be
man.
there's gonna be shiftiness. There's gonna be dance. There's gonna be bricks. It's gonna be airball free. Everything is gonna be in that. If I'm being honest with you, Cleveland gonna beat the brakes out of us.
They are, bro.
I
Because
think
they're just too good.
by game 4, the game plan will be there. If the Knicks' shots aren't falling
Yeah.
miraculously, then
Yeah.
in my opinion, we need to shoot our best. And I'm not gonna lie, we take some of the most threes in the NBA.
And some of them are questionable.
And we are. I think we're top 5 in threes taken, and we're
Attempts.
bottom 10 in terms of makes.
That's not good.
And efficiency.
That's not good.
So on our day, maybe we can take 2, 3, maybe even force against 7. But if I'm being honest with you, they have the true closer in Donovan Mitchell when it's tight. And I love JB. Again, that's a hooper's hooper, but I don't think he can take on that responsibility the way that Donovan Mitchell can, to just say, I'm gonna carry this game.
We've seen him do it.
He did it
from rookie year.
From rookie year.
OKC team.
He did it against Denver. He done it so many times, and I'm such a big fan of Donovan Mitchell's game. Like, I really do think he's like that Dwayne Wade reborn, that small guard with really long arms that's just jumping out the gym crazy, and his burst game, his shooting, and he wants it. He lives for it. Like
he loves it.
And I look at the Knicks and I go, I can see a Randall meltdown. I can see an RJ stinker game. I'm looking at the Cavs and I'm like,
do you trust Tibbs? Like that has to be a question as well in terms of coaching.
I like free basketball. I support Tibbs only because he's here. Okay. I don't have a choice. I need you. I need to believe in your strategy.
But do you trust, like, playoff time? Do you trust him? Do you trust the coaching decisions that he makes?
I don't think he's gonna make too many stupid decisions. I think Tibbs, with Tibbs, you get what you get with Tibbs. You know what you're getting from Tibbs already.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be a solid defensive team. About 6 men are gonna play, and they're gonna be, like you said, they're gonna be worn out. Yeah. And it's not gonna be a complicated offensive set. It's not gonna be any kind of intricate. To be fair to Tibbs, on offense, he is kind of a let the cooks cook. Julius Randle, majority of his points come in isolation. Brunson the same. And actually, apparently, the Knicks have, with Brunson and Randle, we have this is a JJ Redick stat, so if it's wrong, check it with him. The third highest assist to scorer combo, as in Brunson assisting Randle, in the league after Harden and Embiid.
I'm about to say they have to be number 1.
And Halliburton and Buddy Hield.
Wow. Okay.
So you know what I'm saying, there's a chemistry there. The team's been with it together for a while. They've had playoff experience before. I don't think it's going to be an absolute disaster capitulation, but I don't think they have enough ideas to get themselves out of the Cleveland vice grip of defense. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy Darius Garland, oh my,
he's serious,
Lord.
man. Like Donovan Mitchell is the problem, but Darius Garland is
the solution.
Yeah, no, bro. Like I've seen him. I watched him to have his 50-point game, and
that was insane.
I can't lie to you. A lot of the points seem like they came from absolutely nowhere, innit? But he's so twitchy.
He's just mixing.
He's shifty. He just gets into it quickly, and he doesn't mess around in terms of like trying to initiate offense. And if he sees an opportunity to attack a mismatch on defense, he goes ahead and does that straight away. No problems at all. I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's a pretty good finisher at the rim. But it's his 3-point shooting that's really the problem, man.
I feel like under
and mid-range. He's mid-range as well.
Undersized guards that finish in these unique ways, like, they amaze me, because you're doing these off-foot leaning, one leg offhand
with
float,
a big
like,
in your face.
like boom, and it's money, and you're on balance and it's on time and it's beautiful. Like, honestly, just watch and learn. Just take this one to next year, please. Do you understand? But that's how I feel about it, honestly. But okay. In my heart, I'm happy in the direction the Knicks are going. Okay. That's how I feel.
Okay. Yeah. Reg, just before we move on, I have to ask him, because normally it's, what's the prediction for the record? What's the prediction for the first round between? Because I'm like, there's, unless the Knicks lose the rest of their remaining games and the Nets keep win the remaining of theirs, I think the Knicks are locked in pretty much at 5th now. Yeah. So Knicks Cavs first round prediction.
It is good to see the Knicks finish over the Nets. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to make sure that's there. Brooklyn Bridge is burning, boy.
Oh, man,
come on.
Bridges is there to mend.
I'm saying Cavs in 6.
In 6. So
actually, no. Will they win in New York?
Because that's what it'll be. They go.
I can see them. Are the Knicks gonna steal the game? Probably not. Could the Cavs steal the game? Probably. Could they come home and close it out? I don't know. I feel like playoff New York is just there's a vibe though.
Like, MSG is that kind of place where it
not
does
even, and it's just the city, like the streets, man. Like I feel like every game you must come out as a Knicks player in the playoffs and just feel like it's your moment. Like it is your.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like for the guys coming off the bench, if you're Jericho Sims, might be the highlight of your career. No, for real.
It's not that dunk contest.
Do you understand?
100%.
Do you understand? Like, because they will adore. If you come out of Madison Square Garden with a win, the energy, the buzz, and the belief, like
that's where Big Bang came from, man.
If you don't, the hate you're getting, yo.
Yeah, but I've heard them boo the fans in.
You guys as well are crazy when it comes to. You're just gonna see bare videos.
But the good thing is though,
aggressive.
We don't go for the team when there's a good heel on the other team, and the heel this time is Donovan Mitchell. So we're gonna hatred is gonna be to yeah, we can.
Why? He didn't do anything wrong. He got traded.
No, I can boo who I want.
No, but I get what you're saying, but it's not like he went and signed with Cleveland.
Who's going to whoop me? I will boo you.
If you should boo anyone, go ahead and boo James Dolan.
Yes.
What's it? Is it World Wide West? All those guys. Boo those guys, innit? Don't boo, because you're the ones who chose not to make the trade. The trade was there to be made. You chose not to make the trade. You can't boo Donovan Mitchell because Utah did the trade with Cleveland. You guys, the same offer. In fact, you could have given up way more to get Donovan Mitchell. So I know the opportunity was there. They just
I don't know why you think hateration has to make sense. It doesn't need to make sense. I just need to hate.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're right.
It's called unsolicited.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't need to.
I have to back that.
Okay. No, I hear it. So you've got Knicks losing in 6 to Cleveland.
Probably.
I got Cleveland in 5.
I would like for it to go 7.
Ooh.
I think it'll be fun to see it go 7.
Yeah, it would. Narrative would be great.
7.
Could we win 2 games at home? That's the question is, do we win 2 games at home?
Cavs in 5.
Or can we shot the Cavs game 1? Can we shot them game 1?
That's where shit.
Run away with it, and then you know what I'm saying? If we do that, I can see it going 7. But I guess you want me to say something.
No. Be honest, bro. Like, you know.
If you, I think it's more likely we get found out with our 8-man rotation in 5 games. If I'm being real with you.
Yeah, I think Cavs in 6.
I can't see the Cavs winning it at MSG though.
What?
Actually, no. Yeah, I can see Donovan.
This season,
yeah, it's probably
this season alone, I've seen at least 2 or 3 guys have their career highs in the MSG.
It's not playoff MSG, man. It's
no. But what you need
Ice Spice is gonna be in the building.
100%. Get a chain back. But what you have to realize is that yes, MSG is your home arena. It's got atmosphere, but a lot of hoopers, like especially from America, to them they call that the mecca of basketball, bro. For them, that like when they get the opportunity to play there, they're going crazy because they know all eyes are on them.
I must make it the 60 points.
Bro, I've seen Kobe go crazy in MSG.
Everyone
I've seen
goes
Steph.
crazy.
In fact, who was the last person who had a big game in MSG for the Knicks? Was it Randall?
Yeah, Randall had 57
Okay,
recently. Yeah.
and that was the first time
Since Melo in 2014
that a Knicks player
has hit 50. Yeah.
Any other time there's been 50 in MSG, it's been the other team.
Every other team in the league has had 50 except for I think it's the Magic. Yeah.
Paolo's got work to do.
But
yeah,
yes.
I think definitely. I think you win both your home games, and then Cleveland just takes it from there. Like, okay, we messed up now. We need to.
I think it's going to be split. You know, I think it's going to be split, back to back Cleveland. That's what I think is going to happen.
Fair enough.
I think Knicks steal the first one. Cleveland come back 2 in a row. Knicks make up for it in the 4th because you just can't. No team can go down 3-1, and then Donovan just goes. It's my time.
It's time.
Okay.
But yeah, every team needs a good heel. So I know a lot of Knicks fans hate Trae Young. I appreciate Trae Young for his service. Nah, because there were too many clips
That's
from
true,
that
yeah.
series that were wavy. You know the bump and the shoulder shrug
Yeah.
to the inferno behind him.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
That was a good time. That was a very. I love that series. That series.
Which
was
is
good.
why I want to talk about how you lot need to stop hating on my boy Dylan Brooks.
Stop.
Hulk
hating.
Hogan.
Stop hating.
Yes.
we need to hate even more.
What?
What?
He
we need
is,
to increase
what
the
you're
hate.
seeing from Dylan Brooks is generational.
Generational
Curse.
generational villainy.
Generational scrubbery.
I
Listen.
remember from his second year in the league
Yeah.
when he was whispering in I can't remember if it was Steph or Clay's ear saying that we're already a dynasty or something like that.
That was the Clay.
Like
That was the Clay.
there's a ridiculousness to his game that makes him so hateable. You have to respect the talent. Because you know he's doing this on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
And you know he's doing this to distract from, Demetrius. He's out here doing his thing.
Jarwick.
What Brooks, the entertainment factor that Brooks is bringing to the NBA is serious. I've never seen every other team be unified against a man like this before.
Yeah.
The only other man that I've seen get this hate is Chris Paul.
Yeah. Draymond
This
was
is-
getting it for a bit as well.
Oh yeah, 100. But
Not like this. Yes, I understand.
no one actually really respected Draymond that much.
I'm a be absolutely 100 about it. I'm disgusted that we're even talking about Dylan Brooks right now.
And that's what tells you he's great.
Absolutely disgusted, because I'm telling you, yeah, this guy does it every single game, just talking shit. Do you know what the worst thing about it was? I couldn't say anything because the Grizzlies had a great record when Ja was out. And do you know what? He wasn't like wholeheartedly responsible for it. Jaren Jackson Jr. had great games. Loads of other players contributed. I saw Santi Almada. Almada? Is that his name? No one knows his name. Santi, number 7 anyway, for them. I'm pretty sure it's Santi Almada. I saw him having like great games as well. I was like, what's going on over here? What's going on in Memphis? Why are they not losing these games? And I refuse to give Dylan Brooks the credit. Let me tell you one fact though. Anytime Dylan Brooks has a remotely decent game, they lose. He had 30 last night against the Clippers. They lost.
I'm not
They
giving
lost.
Brooks credit for his basketball play.
No,
That's
but
what you need to
I
understand.
have to bring it up. Listen, yes, he's
Some
done a great
things are
job at
bigger than
generating-
basketball.
Yes, I understand. He's like Triple H.
100%.
He's like Triple H in wrestling, where people love to hate him. Randy Orton. Oh yeah, okay.
Do you see what I'm-
Randy Orton level? Up, yeah, okay.
Generational.
Yes, I understand that. I respect it. Shout out to Dylan Brooks for being a bum, a scrub, and generating this much hate in my heart. 'Cause I'm not.
Can
hating
you
the
feel
person.
the passion in your,
No,
in your heart?
I'm mad. I'm
He
I'm
gave that to you.
I understand.
That's a gift.
I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm genuinely upset, and I don't like. I do not like this guy at all. I wish him nothing but the worst in basketball. In basketball, I wish him nothing but the worst.
Dylan Brooks has moved the generation.
I can't lie. I was disgusted by what he was doing.
Disgusted.
Like in terms of thing where
Cameron, you cry.
he's creating. Like the thing is, yeah,
I just hate him.
I can't lie. I love the rivalry that he's created between him and Golden State, because we need to see that kind of hate.
I don't want to
going
see that in the
against him.
playoffs though. Like I don't want to see Golden State and Memphis play each other again.
Yeah,
And
okay,
I do
but
need to
You don't want to
just-
see it either, do you?
just that
Not
bit.
really. But I do need to say, Golden State need to relax with that though, because I'm not gonna lie.
No way.
I'm gonna be
No,
real
they
with you.
shouldn't. They
From
shouldn't.
my perspective,
They
yeah,
shouldn't.
it does seem like the old heads hating on the new kids. Like the new kids are out here being silly,
Being
having
disrespectful,
fun.
not silly.
No, but like that's
After
what.
winning nothing.
Do you remember how disrespectful Golden State were when they first blew up on the scene?
No,
what they
no.
did to Chris Paul
You
and the Clippers?
You mean after they won a championship?
No. Before that,
After
when
they
they
won
beat the Clippers,
Yeah, another team who hadn't won a championship. I'm telling you.
But my
yeah,
point is-
there's never been this level of nonsense coming from a team who haven't won anything.
oh no, they have
Especially-
been. There've been loads of
who?
teams that have
To-
brought
to-
this
to
nonsense.
a team that have won 4 rings though.
Listen, what it is this is the new generation of basketball,
It's not.
of basketball player, of basketball culture,
Uh-huh.
and if I'm being honest, the Grizzlies, they're being ridiculous and they're being disrespectful and they're doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not dismissing that, but it's when I'm seeing guys like Iggy chirping. Iggy, 37,
Finals
38
MVP.
years old,
Finals MVP.
on the bench
to him
in
nice.
street
Finals
clothes,
MVP.
in street clothes,
Iguodala.
chirping at 20-year-olds, as in
but he-
these people are closer to the age of his children than himself,
not his fault.
and you're cussing them out.
That's not his fault.
Come on,
Look
have some
even look
they,
how the
Golden
Grizzlies
State,
dealt
Golden
with him
State
as
should
well. They
know
let him
how their
die.
thing's set. They know they've got the rings. They know they've got the chat. They know they're different prestige. They know you're in a different realm from them. Just laugh at it. It's fun. It's just some kids having fun. Do you get worked up by kids having fun? Like there's nothing.
We're not talking about
you-
having fun.
My
We're
thing,
not having
my
fun.
thing, when I know my thing is patterned, I ain't concerned about what some silly kids are doing.
All right, cool.
At least not to the point where I'm not gonna lie, like I think there's a couple moments where I've looked at Golden State. I've been like, rah, like I think Steph has stayed out of it for most of it, to be honest. And I think
Because he's above
I like
it.
the way that
He's
Steph
above
has done
it.
it.
He's above it.
The way that I sometimes see Clay, Dre, and Iggy go about.
Yes.
I'm looking at you like, guys, you guys are grown men.
And what are the other guys?
They're children.
men.
These men have just come from college. These men are you.
on,
This is a
come
young
on.
team.
Which-
How old is Desmond Bain? How old is Dylan? How old is John
Desmond is
Jackson?
quite old.
How old is John?
Desmond is like 25 years old. Let me speak facts on the situation. Yeah. At no point in life are grown men gonna tolerate disrespect. At no point in life.
100%.
No, and you know this is true
Come
because
on,
you're
man.
saying, "Oh, they're having fun." If these were youngers on the road throwing eggs at your house, are you just gonna say, "They're having fun"? They're having fun. Keep throwing the eggs. Are you crazy?
No, I'm a civilian. I'm calling the police.
Right, there's consequences for your actions, innit? At the end of the day, innit? And we're talking about in the game of basketball, yeah? We're talking about Golden State, who beat Memphis in the playoffs last year, yeah? So Memphis won one playoff series last year against a play-in team. And they're talking like this.
I
Crazy.
I
agree with you. I think they're talking crazy. I think they're talking mad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like this is just what, and also, I'm not going to lie, I like seeing the intensity. I like it's exciting. Like, I'm tired of stale basketball teams. And I'm not going to lie, the Golden State have been mocking people for time. Like, for me, it's like, if you're a young kid on the block
Yeah.
and your first, second seed, back when they were,
Yeah.
and when all of this really started,
Yeah.
and you're going toe to toe with like guys who have been staples in the game of basketball from when you were not even in college, from when you were in high school. Bro, you're gonna talk, you're gonna have some fun with it, man. You're gonna be whispering in man's ear, we're already a dynasty.
Who's
Like,
saying that?
bro, you're excited.
Steph
like, it's
was-
passion. Like,
Steph as well,
I understand it, but I just feel like Iggy and them man should have been seeing this and been past it. But I understand Iggy. Iggy's thing is, and I love Iggy because
him
you need storytelling. You need people
Yeah.
who are gonna fight for your corner.
There's
and
actual beef
Iggy
with
has
them,
been
yeah,
riding
there's actual
for
beef, yeah.
Steph's corner because he knows about narrative. Iggy knows the narrative.
It's not even. It's not even. Do you remember Iggy was on Memphis for a bit, innit? And then
Yeah.
and there was beef because he didn't. I don't think he wanted to play or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They didn't want him to.
They didn't want to. They're like, oh, we don't need him.
They
da-da-da-da.
said don't bother. They basically told him, made sure that his agent told him, don't bother looking for a house or flying here. 'Cause we're gonna
Yeah.
trade you.
So there's
So
actual beef there, innit?
But I can't lie.
Okay,
Iggy's
for that
a bit
one,
of a madness,
I understand.
Him, that one. So and obviously they were all like getting on to him saying, oh, now we're gonna show him what Memphis really is about. He probably wanted to know, but he was told, nah, big man, just chill over there. So
Whatever.
It's disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
If I understand Iggy's beef with the organization, yeah. But if I'm being honest, like this is the new school kid. This is the new school kid that listen. If you grew up listening to NBA YoungBoy, you'd act like this too.
It's a parade inside my city. Yeah.
it's a parade. But since we're obviously discussing the West is extremely wild.
Wild West.
Like
It's a Mazzoline.
from what, the 6th seed,
Yeah. So yeah,
even the 5th seed.
bro. The easiest way to do it is this outside of Portland, who are currently at 13th, right?
Yeah.
Near enough, every other team has a claim to be in the play-in tournament or the playoffs. Utah have 36 wins. Dallas have 37. Then OKC, Pelicans, and Lakers all have 38 wins. Timberwolves on 39. Warriors on 40. Clippers and Suns on 41. Like, I've never in my life of watching this sport seen it come this close.
Where
come down
every
this, yeah.
and literally every game counts.
100%, bro.
Every single game. So it's like me personally, I don't want to see the OKC in the play-in.
Why?
I don't want to see them in the
Why?
postseason. What's
Why?
the point, man? Why? For what reason?
What do you for what reason? Who would you rather see instead of OKC? Dallas.
100%.
Let me tell you some facts first of all. Yeah. Let me tell you some facts first of all. This is reflected terribly on those Mavericks right now. Terribly. And do you know what? It doesn't help the fact that they can't afford to lose any more games. They can't.
They actually have to win every single game.
Near enough. They've got 5 more games left of the regular season.
5 games, and like OKC have to drop games.
OKC have the tiebreaker over Dallas as well because they beat them twice. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Sorry.
No, sorry. I'm just trying to see how many wins do the Clippers have?
41.
41.
Oh, okay.
Why? You talking about the Knicks again? Or
What? I didn't bring them up, but if you want to mention,
we don't. I don't care. What
you don't care about that?
No. What's the relevance of us about the Knicks?
Oh no, it's just.
What?
I was just interesting to see. That's all.
He's happy that
but yeah, no, like you said, 5 games between 5th and 12th seed, basically. 5 wins and they flip.
Yeah, literally, bro. It's extremely crazy. I'm looking at one matchup. I'm looking at right now is what are the Lakers doing right now? Because they've played it perfectly, in my opinion.
Do you know what they're doing?
What?
They gave a white boy the keys to the city.
Austin Reeves.
They said AR-15, let it rip.
That is a cold nickname, by the way.
AR-15.
It's mad because of all the shooters that they
Yeah,
have. But that is a cold nickname. That boy's about to get paid.
100%.
Duncan Robinson kind of.
Oh,
thing.
100 for sure.
He's about to get 18
I can't
mil.
lie though, I think
a year for 5 years.
Very, very unnecessary for the NBA to do an hour video
Of what?
of his highlights.
This is what?
You didn't see?
No.
The NBA done like an hour-long video of Austin Reeves highlights. I said, this isn't the parade in my city that I want.
That's
And
crazy.
JJ Redick said there's no racism in this NBA.
Yeah, he I don't know why. Like the thing is, yeah, he tried to make a point and it just did not land. It didn't even take flight. It should have just stayed away.
I think first of all, yeah, my ideal matchups. I want to see the Lakers play the Nuggets in the first round because I think the Lakers will win that series because they have the GOAT on their team. 1, 2, they have the mental standpoint of we beat these guys in the Western Conference Finals in the bubble, the year we won our title. You tell me we can't do it again?
And they don't even have.
Jamal Murray is not at the same level he was in the bubble.
And
Jokic is better. Yes,
very
they
different
don't have
team,
Grant
though.
as
Very-
well.
of-
And
they've-
Grant was a very, very solid addition.
He
there as
was.
well.
the Lakers only have
Defensively as well.
the only 2 players in that team that the Lakers have from that player.
LeBron and AD.
However, what did I just say? It's the GOAT, bro. Would you say that Denver are definitely beating LA? Because I'm telling you right now, no one wants to see LeBron in the playoffs.
I think if
Foot
you-
injury
if
or
you
no
look
foot
at-
injury,
if
you don't
look
wanna
at
see
the
him.
current level that the Lakers have been this
Yeah.
new
You don't
Lakers
wanna
have
see
been
him.
playing now.
With D'Lo,
I think they're if they were the whole season, we will probably be talking about them about like a 4th seed, something like that. But I still feel like I'm one of those guys that I feel like if you're not a top 3 seed in your conference, top 2 seed, if you're not top 2, 3, you probably don't really have a playoff chance. If we're being honest,
you think?
not a serious one.
I think it's different in the West to where it is in the East because I think there are 2 teams in the top 3 of the West right now that I don't. I'll be honest. I don't think any of the top 3 teams in the West are the ones that are going to make it out of the West.
Really,
I don't think any 3 of them teams are going to be in the finals.
I think when was the last time that even happened in the NBA?
Maybe I'm pretty sure the Lakers were probably one of the last team to do it in 2020. I can't remember what seed they were, but I'm pretty sure they went top 3.
I think
Maybe they were
in the bubble. I think they
when
were.
they
were
won it in the
In the
bubble.
bubble, there was the first seed.
Yeah,
Okay, my
That was
bad.
first
that's
seed
why
in the
LeBron
West.
was getting MVP shot.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I don't see any of them and say
I don't just because and
I'm not scared. I'm not
the
scared.
reason
of any
why
of
is
the
what I'll
teams.
say. I know with that point, usually yes, but the thing is,
They
Lakers
all
don't
have
have the
weakness.
same team that they started with.
No, of
The
course.
team they started with was if the team they had now from
He-
the start
yeah,
of the
he just
from the
said
start of the season, different story.
But I don't think that I would make them a 1st seed. I think that would make them around where the Suns are.
or
right
or
now,
where
in my
where
opinion.
Sacramento. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So by your stand, you're saying Memphis. Like you expect to see Memphis.
I expect to
Memphis or
see,
Denver?
If I'm being, it depends on KD.
This
So
is what
I
I'm
think
so
KD's the span, and I would have given it to
100%.
Denver. Honestly, my money would have been on Denver,
100%.
but KD's the span on the
I
West.
still,
right
I
now.
think it's either the Phoenix or the Clippers that are coming out, and obviously
The who?
the Clippers. Why are you? saying that, The thing is, Rods. Preseason, what did I say?
How did you say that with such confidence?
Because I believe it. Preseason, what did I say? Championship or bust.
100%.
But even when we're losing the game, I said championship or bust. This is my expectation of this team. This is what they're gonna do, bro. I'm so certain of it as well. And I feel like as much as you're laughing about it, innit, I don't think that you believe that we don't have a chance.
My brother in Crest.
That's fine. That's fine.
You need to start prepare for the rebuild.
That's fine.
No, they have. They have the Clippers have a chance, and the thing is,
As in, how big of a chance?
What
percentage are we talking
The winners of the, if we have to play the Suns in the first round, the winners of that thing are going to the NBA Finals.
Because what we have to do also deep, right? If we look across the Western Conference, me personally, I don't rate Denver one bit. Like
Neither
they're
do
just
I.
a glorified Utah Jazz. Really and truly.
Slightly, I agree.
First seed Merchants, great, lovely, but they've been dropping games. When it comes to prime time,
5-5 in the last 10 as well.
So I don't rate the Nuggets, and if Jokic don't bring that Nuggets team to the finals, I want everyone in the league to revoke all his MVPs. Because you can't get all these MVPs and not make a finals appearance. It makes zero sense. Like, and I'm not even trying to hear the team, because he's still got a decent team constructed. He's added already Jackson, Bruce Brown, who had the experience.
Jeff Green's still dunking on
Jeff
people.
Green, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. Like, the list goes on. Aaron Gordon. You've got he's got enough. KCP, championship experience, the one with the Lakers. You've got enough around you.
My boy, what's his name? Bones.
He has to.
They
shipped him in it. Yeah.
But like,
they wanted to keep that white boy, Christian Brown, instead.
You have to get to the finals.
He was a culture mismatch anyway.
So if that don't happen, but like, when we go, okay, cool. If we even say, okay, let's consider, if we go, okay, Sacramento, you'll be like, you know what? You can put Suns, Clippers, Golden State. They can hold their own. If we go to the real proper threats, yeah, Suns.
That's serious. There's nothing else we need to say.
Picking up KD is just crazy.
That's
and
serious.
but then the thing how can you pick up KD and not lose your third best player? 1, 2, and 3.
Crazy.
How do you not lose Ayton?
Crazy. On top of that, even if you put like Warriors against the Suns, it's like, okay, let's see what happens here.
Cooked,
because it's gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be offense.
But then the thing is, against against Warriors and the Suns, there's one team that a majority of people would say this is a team that can take them down, and that's the Clippers.
Who are these people?
No,
who are you interviewing?
100%. Because look, if you go against Warriors, it's going to be perfect, because usually when Warriors have come up against Westbrook, they found a way to kind of, maybe he goes off and the team gets shut down, or, you know, vice versa. But now, with his game, surrounded by the shooters that he has, surrounded by the two ways that he has, Curry can still go off, yes, but it's very, very much possible for Klay to get shut down. Draymond Green, let's move on. Yeah. Jordan Poole can get toyed with.
I don't think Golden State stand a chance without Wiggins in terms of the whole playoffs.
Yeah, they need him. They wouldn't have won the title last year without Wiggins as well.
They need him, but if Wiggins ain't joining them, I don't know if he is, because
I don't think he is, because the rumors are crazy.
The Mazzolines, but apparently that's rumors, and
allegedly
the wicked woman made comments about it.
Women are so evil, man.
Yeah, look.
It's the evil world we live in.
I told people I wouldn't speak on women on the podcast.
I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do
That's fine. I did that.
When is off, then we go.
Let me just ask you quickly. Why are you so, like, you haven't really?
Yeah, why are you so sure that the Clippers?
Yeah, that's what I want to know without sounding completely biased. Like, I would like some.
I know you're gonna mention health,
reasoning behind
it,
which is fine, but
I think.
And be rational.
I think the Clippers have retooled for like consistently over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen enough on a retool. I'm conscious Kawhi has not really been healthy throughout those portions. I'm conscious Paul George hasn't really been healthy throughout those portions.
Mm-hmm.
I think the tools that you've picked up now are better than the ones you've had in the past. Not the biggest fan of Eric Gordon.
I wasn't even.
No one is.
No, but I wasn't. I wasn't either until they stopped like making him a ball handler. Now, like he's a sharpshooter, bro. Like, he's
that was back when he was
That's his
banging
Houston
with
bag.
Houston. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why we got Bones, like you just mentioned for Denver. We got Bones as well.
But Bones was always a question in terms of can he play playoff minutes, because defensively that's another small guard that, okay, yeah, you've got an offensive package, but teams are targeting you and playing you off the court.
I hear you, however, like, and this is just like fresh off the top of my head. Last night when Russ was having his 30 and the 30-point double, Bones was right there with 24 and 4 off the bench. Like, and when I tell you, them two together, I feel like, yes, Russ has to start for us, but Bones needs to be getting second unit minutes. I don't want to see him in any other rotation. I need him to get second unit minutes, because that guy is twitchy the same way we're talking about Darius Garland. He's got flair. He's exciting to watch. He's a really good finisher at the rim as well. The only problem, that, in my opinion, from what I've seen of him, he showboats a bit too much, and that leads to turnovers. I've seen it. He does very outlandish passes sometimes. He attempts some things he shouldn't have attempted. But at the same time, bro, I love that.
He plays without fear.
100%.
And he should, considering his life.
He should be a bit more fearful. But at the same time as well, I don't see him doing half that shit when Kawhi's standing next to him.
The other thing is, I don't like your interior defense.
Much better than before. Yeah. That's the least of my problem is not interior at all. It's perimeter that's my problem.
I'm also not a big Russ fan. I'm not you'd be surprised to hear that I'm actually not a hater when it comes to Russ. But I think I think I'm one of the few people who actually has a nuanced take on Russ. Right? Where I think most people, you're either hot for Russ or you're completely off him.
Yeah.
I think Russ is one of those players who there's certain parts of his game that honestly I understand why people adore him. Exceptional, out of this world. We've never seen effort and tenacity and heart and commitment like this before. His athleticism has been off the charts over his career, but I just think with him, the weaknesses to his game, he's an intangible monster and he's an intangibles disaster at the same time.
Okay.
His approach in terms of his mindset, and in my opinion, I don't think he's a good decision maker on the basketball court. I think when Russ plays, it's his way, and if it's not his way, then he doesn't know what to do. He can't cater towards other people's strengths. You talk about him. You talk about. I heard the last pod. I said again. I came to argue about a couple of things. In terms of finding shooters, he's been doing that better recently. At least adjusting to the new situation in the Clippers. But when it comes to the playoffs and it's the better defenses and it's the half court settings and people aren't going to be guarding him as much and they're going to be daring him to shoot and the rotations are going to be better and the starting fives are going to be more set up for him and ready for him, in a 7-game series, is he going to be able to play his game? And when he can't play his game, it is a meltdown. It's not like this is not nice. It's horrible to watch. And he's one of those guys as well who his energy, I think, permeates through the whole team. I think back to points in this year when Darvin Ham was like, oh yeah, remember this? Like, remember this feeling? Russ is like, hey, just have fun, man. Yeah. Like, it has to be his way. Like, his approach to life has to be the right approach to life. Has to be everyone's approach to life. And I think he's not a kind of fit-in kind of player like you want him to be. There'll be key possessions in the game where he'll come up and he'll pull up a contested three when Kawhi is looking at him like, what's going on? It's Russ. The same tenacity and the commitment to the game and the love for basketball and the passion that he gives on the court is the same thing that leads him to making these mistakes. And we have seen him do generational things. I don't think he's the same generational player that he was. And I don't know if in playoff basketball, if we're being honest, Russ has never really committed or contributed significantly to winning basketball.
Go first.
So, in terms of things that he said about Russ. So he now has and is surrounded by 2 co-star players that I won't say able to manage him, but he can defer to and plays with more control. Reason why this works best, because Kawhi being the robot, him and Kawhi completely fine. Him and Paul George have a history, whereas he has deferred to Paul George. Paul George, this is you. I'm here to support.
Yep.
He's done that with Paul George, and in that times in playoffs as well, it's like, okay, you guys go. I'm gonna make sure that you guys are I find you in your spots. You get to your places. He done that with Paul George. If, for example, and it's gonna be very rare for both of them to be off, is either Paul George because it's one of the ones where either Paul George is gonna be fine, because if Paul George is off, offensively, defensively he's on. No matter what, defensively always there. So 100%, always there.
I'm a big Paul George fan, but the last couple of playoffs.
Let me go.
He went Western Conference Finals.
Let me go. Paul George took us to the Western Conference. That's fine. The reason I don't think anything, and I'm not saying anything you said doesn't matter, but the reason I don't think there's like massive severity to it is because Russ is not a number 1 option. He's not a number 2 option. We are not relying on Russ to be Russ of OKC. We're not relying on him to be Russ of old. I said before, what I say, like 13-7. That's all I want from Russell Westbrook. Give me 14-7 a game. That's all I want from you. That's all I need from you. Because when the going gets tough, we're not looking at Russ to make a play. Who are we looking at? Kawhi. And after that, who are we looking at? PG. The point you made about the point you made about PG as well, about how he hasn't had great playoff runs, bro. That was the bubble.
No, it wasn't just the bubble.
When else was it?
OKC against Utah.
The last time we saw it was when? The bubble.
The last time was the bubble. Before
3 seasons ago.
Before that was OKC.
I'm not
Other than that,
I'm just saying we've seen him in the playoffs since the last time he played badly, and he wasn't bad. He was good. He was very good, to the point where when Kawhi went down, tore his ACL, MCL,
he was
Paul George was the guy that got us through the rest of that series against Utah and got us into the Western Conference Finals, where we still won games against Phoenix before Phoenix turned up.
It was in 6 as well.
Yeah,
in 6. So Paul George himself led a team, a great Phoenix team, who got to the finals. Obviously, they lost in 6, but he was able to take them to 6 games
without the best player on our team as well. Like,
it was him and Reggie Jackson. Basically,
I can't erase history, but like you said, the thing about the old days. Exactly. So I can't keep. As much as I had to say yes, that did happen. I'm not gonna hold that over him because I've seen him not do that more recently. You know what I'm saying? But I hear your point. I hear your hesitancy, and I know this wasn't the plan to go left with the Clippers, but I just want it to be very, very clear in it that the moves that we made at the end of the trade deadline to get Russ, I think was a great move, because we didn't have a playmaker on the court, and in my opinion, we got the best one available. That I don't think that's a question. We also got Bones, who's someone to build for the future, and even in this, I can see him playing like good minutes in the playoffs this year. Yes, it won't be anywhere near 20, but I can see him getting 16 and being competent for us when someone gets into foul trouble. Not only that, we also got ourselves another big in Plumlee, who, yes, is not like a world stopper or anything like that, but he's a legit big who's a pretty good defender. He's athletic as well, and our interior defense has gotten so much better because Zoo has changed completely in the last couple of years.
He's put on too much weight.
I think he's gotten bigger, but I don't think it's in a bad way, because he's still getting up and down the court. The biggest problem, if he said this, I couldn't argue with it. Our perimeter defense is completely shit, like shot completely to dead. Like, I don't know what's happened to us. We are not the perimeter defenders we used to be, like, at all. Every team is scoring against us, isn't it? So if the second we don't have the offensive night we need to have, we're losing the game. That's not a question.
I think you made some valid points, and I'm not saying that the Clippers are a bad team. Don't get twisted.
Yep.
I just don't think you're a championship team, and I think the way that another way that I'd like to judge good teams is I look at the role players on your team, and I ask myself, in 3 years, is this person going to be solidified on an NBA contract, or are they going to be begging for scraps?
Oh, that's not fair. Half the guys on my team won't even be in the league in 3 years.
But that's my...
Because they're old,
but then if you look at Denver, and you look at their role players.
Who are their role players?
So we spoke to the Aaron Gordons.
Yeah.
You don't think Aaron Gordon's going to be in the league in 3
He'll
years?
be in the-
KCP's getting old now, but he's one of those players who's if a team needs a player,
He'll always find a way.
he'll
on the
find
roster.
a contract.
Aaron Gordon,
You know what I'm
KCP.
saying? I'm trying to remember.
You're
the
not gonna be able
whole-
to tell
the whole
me-
lineup.
tell me-
MPJ, of course, Jamal Murray, obviously going to have contracts.
Reggie
The Clippers are deeper than Denver, innit? I don't think that's a question.
It's not about depth. I'm asking you the quality of the role player.
I think our role players are better than their
and
role
I
players.
think that's the issue that the Lakers had before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Is the quality of their role players. We're looking at guys like Wenyen Gable's not going to be in the NBA in 3 years.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Patrick Beverley's a culture guy. If we're talking about his actual on-court game at his age, he's 30 now,
Facts.
isn't it?
Troy Brown,
he's
another
not
guy
gonna
who probably shouldn't be in the
these
league.
guys not going to be. I'm not going to lie. The only people I was looking at are like, was Lonnie Walker even really going to be in the NBA in 3 years?
I think he will.
He should be.
Lonnie
He should be.
might. Bryant might, Austin Reeves might, but after that, I was like,
Yeah.
it could, anyone can go
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point. And I'm looking at the Clippers, and I'm looking at the Batums.
He'll be retired though.
And
That's
I'm
not
like,
a question.
yeah, you're probably gonna be.
But
gone.
outside of Batum, who? Where's the problem? Batum and Eric Gordon will be retired in 3 years' time. But everyone else will still be in the league.
I'm looking at.
Everyone else will still be in the league.
Russ will still be here. Bones might be gone. I'm
No,
not gonna lie.
No.
you're
Bones-
crazy. You're insane.
Bones.
Bones will be here. Terrence
will
Mann
be
will
there.
be here.
Bones gives me. If we look at Bones's actual production over the course of a full season,
Yeah.
Bones reminds me of, there was a guy who played for the Bulls and he went to China. I can't remember his name. He's a guard. He's athletic. He's shifty. He had a stretch where he was dropping points
For the
And he-
Bulls.
Yeah.
Aaron Brooks.
No, not Aaron Brooks. He's more recently. He's a bit more athletic, 6'4", 5-ish.
I have no idea. Unless it's Chris Dunn, I have no idea who it is.
No, not Chris Dunn. He's
Okay, yeah.
bum. But like, these players do come and they fizzle out when you can't play defense, and if your offense isn't to the point where you're generating, in my opinion, 15 to 17 plus on a nightly basis, you're slowly gonna get weaned out. You see it happen a lot.
I just feel like the and this will be the last because we need to move on.
Yeah,
but like the criteria point that you just made, yeah, a lot of Denver's players will have more trouble making that criteria than our players. That's just my personal opinion. In terms of we're talking about role players in there, like they have a lot of guys like Kanchar. You know what I'm talking about? Kanchar. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
Christian Brown, who I just mentioned to you, like
But Bruce Brown will be in the
younger-
NBA in 3 years. 100%.
should Rods
He
will
will
agree.
be.
Probably I don't know. Like should he be Bruce Brown?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, because the athleticism, the defense, the intelligence, and then also like his shot is slowly developing. Like there's more
Jeff
to
Green
him.
will be retired in 3 years most
Yeah,
likely.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's not a question.
But so you're looking at guys who have you're looking at seasoned vets
Yeah.
who are in the stage of where this is like them, right?
Yeah.
But they've proven that they can stay on the court and stay in the team and
Sounds
add
like you're
value
talking about the
to
Clippers.
nation.
You talk about that because I don't want to keep doing this in it, but I'm just saying like
The only person that I see like that in the Clippers,
is
who I actually think is but even he's fallen off now. I would have said Morris, but I would say Morris of 2 years ago. At this point now, I wouldn't even
There's
say
Norman Powell.
no.
Every team.
Norman
will
Powell will
take
be any team will take Norman Powell. Yeah.
People will even take Robert Covington.
Yep. Rocco has had.
Rocco's been struggling the last couple. He's been bouncing
Rocco
around.
had a big
Rocco's
game
gonna
last
be
night as
here.
well. Rocco had a big game last night as well. I'm telling you, we're deeper than like we have more guys than we can play. That should be getting minutes in our team.
But when you have that,
Yeah.
and when you can't figure out who deserves to, you realize they're all in the same sphere.
That's why we had all the madness going
It's going to
on.
be great because everyone knows the roster gets shorted and it's just going to be a nice, consistent 8.
But that's what I'm
I think we're
saying.
gonna be
who are
playing
the
10
eight?
guys.
So who are the 8?
We're gonna be playing 10 guys in the playoffs.
You got look, Russ, PG,
Kawhi. Morris will start because Zoo. That's our starting five.
Yeah, and you got
Plumlee off the bench,
Probably.
Norman Powell,
Norman Powell 100% has to get minutes.
Rocco.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
I think Eric Gordon will probably get minutes as a sharpshooter.
Probably.
That's
Yeah,
4.
Eric
And then
Gordon.
Terrence Mann is getting minutes. That's 5.
Yeah, because
I haven't even said Bones. I haven't even said Bones.
because you're going to need another guard as well, so
I'll
it'll
give
be
you
Terrence Mann rather than Bones because Terrence Mann has been there. So yeah,
And I think there'll be one guy who gets to play when someone else gets into foul trouble, and that will most likely be bones and
Bones,
stuff like
yeah.
that. They'll have to work it out, but I've seen us do it before. I'm not really concerned about it.
They might even shout Batum as well, but yeah, but
Courtside yelling, fourth quarter yelling, why the fuck Batum, man? God damn.
That song is amazing, bro.
moving on just to one other team in the West who has made noise, and Sacramento Kings.
Wow.
Light.
No, we have to clap. We have to clap for them. What's this? The first time they've been in the place in 17 years?
Yeah, since 2006.
I have a thing that I say. The only NBA team, there's two NBA teams that I think are absolute garbage, horrible, could be raised from society, and I would be very happy for it.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's not fair because they're a relatively new team, the Orlando Magic. The second is the Sacramento Kings.
Damn.
And then after that, it's the Timberwolves. I really, really dislike the Kings, but apparently they're top 5 in attendance almost every year.
Bro, they're serious. They've got the fan base.
Beam.
No, that's what I'm saying. They've got the fan base. They're in preseason. Their fans are saying they're gonna win 40 games. They did a lot more than
They
that.
weren't lying.
Listen, yeah. The first guy over there that I'm gonna give props to,
Matt Brown.
100%.
Okay.
For me, coach of the year.
Yeah, no, he probably does.
Look what he
deserve
done
it.
with that, bro. First year, and look what he's done.
Yeah. Is it his first year?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Remember
it is.
last season in the postseason, he took over a Warriors game and they lost by like 50.
Oh
But
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
announced
yeah,
obviously
yeah,
he's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
a Kings. But obviously we know that was just a one-off.
Yeah.
The rest of us, he
Yeah,
was
no,
calm.
I agree.
But
I
what
agree.
he's done with this team, where
He transformed them, bro.
like
People were saying that trade with Indiana was terrible. That trade to get Domas, they said it was to get Sabonis. They were saying that trade was
optics
terrible.
were terrible.
I said
you
it was
had-
terrible, bro.
You had a top young point guard who had just come out 2 weeks prior to say, "I'm committed to Sacramento."
And then they
A
traded
top young point guard
Yeah,
committed
man.
to
You know what it is?
Sacramento,
Yeah.
and you moved him.
you know what it is?
But they had another guy in the
But
same
yeah,
position,
that's
man.
exactly,
They couldn't do
'cause
it.
it's one of the ones where
They couldn't thrive
you
together.
couldn't thrive both of them together, and it's not like Jaren Fox was old, still young, and you know that the development is there. He's
Yeah,
there,
man.
like he's good.
I agree.
That's your
the
franchise
optics were
point guard.
mad.
And you couldn't use Halliburton off the bench. Because
Facts.
the way he was growing is like you got to give him minutes to start and really for him to spread his wings. So I get why they made that trade. They needed a bit of big with skill.
Yeah.
So Bonus was perfect. Because it's not that he doesn't demand the ball. He can demand the ball. He can play off the screen. He can just fits in well there. You know, gathering all these other guys, Malik Monk, even having the addition of his drafting, Keegan Murray, everything. Like, even when Malik Monk went to the Kings, I'm like, you snaked the leg. You're supposed to stay there. He went to the Kings, really? But
I rate the
balling
move,
out.
bro. Him and Darren
and
Fox are
Fox.
reliving the Kentucky days, man.
Yeah, so I have to give props to the Kings.
Let me quickly read out Sabonis. Sabonis is averaging 19.1 points, 12.4 rebounds, 7.2 assists. Yeah, on 61% shooting from the field, 35.4 from 3.
What we're seeing there is basketball modernism. I've coined a new term. Basketball modernism. Yeah. We're seeing the
they're
off-ball splits, the shooters moving,
Everything.
the activity.
Everything is
My ginger sweetheart.
Don't say Kevin Huerter.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
serious?
Kevin Huerter. He has had an amazing season.
Has he?
Then you've got Yes. You don't think so? Kevin Huerter has been one of the best shooters in the entire league this season.
By percentage, yeah. 100.
Off the dribble, off the curl,
Off the dribble.
Yes, he's been catching it off the. He's been attacking closeouts. He's been great this year.
Okay.
He's been doing Clay's job better than Clay, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You've got but you still got the big man running the offense. You got the dribble handoffs coming off of him, the dimes backdoor, bringing the big help up to the 3-point line. That's a la Bam Adebayo, a la Jokic. You know what I mean? Running that kind of creative offense.
Sabonis has
You
been
still got the
nice,
splits of shooters. Then you've
Hurter's
got
actually been decent.
he's
What's
been
his numbers?
really good.
15, 3 and 3.
And his percentages, check his percentages.
He's probably shooting 41 from 3.
Because he's actually fallen off because he was 20 out point.
From 3, he's 40. Yeah, just under 41, 40%, 40.9, 40.
Yeah, man.
more
Like,
volume
yeah,
as
no,
well.
it's great.
He's out here.
But who's the real reason they're doing well? Don't worry, Sabonis, those numbers are great. 19 and 12,
Oh, yeah.
great numbers. But who's the real
For
reason?
Bonus, Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is averaging 25.2 points per game on 51% shooting from the field.
Leading the league in clutch points.
Bro, that guy is in my opinion, that guy is the reason that they're in the position they are. I think they put great pieces around him. I think they drafted well by getting Keegan Murray as well, who apparently set the new NBA, the rookie 3-point record. He beat, he just broke Donovan Mitchell's record, and there's still games to play. But it's De'Aaron Fox. I think he's come to the point now where he knows where he stands on this team. I think them having a plethora of guards, at one point, remember, they had De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, and David Mitchell all on the same team.
Yeah.
What sense does that make? That's terrible drafting, in my opinion. It makes sense to get Halliburton, but I don't think they should have got Mitchell. But hey, maybe they knew they were always going to trade one of them in it. It doesn't really matter. But they've got a great team around him now. He's in a perfect position to do what he likes to do. I haven't seen anyone like this. When I say 2 dribbles inside the halfway line, he's unstoppable at the rim. You know,
So
unstoppable.
quick.
Pause.
He's flipping quick.
Bro, it's crazy.
What was that pause for?
What? I said unstoppable at the rim. Pause.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
valid.
When I see De'Aaron Fox, yeah, I'm like, the way he attacks the basket is a similar way to Ja. Except Ja's always trying to dunk on you, right? De'Aaron Fox is elusive with it, and he's just killing you with speed.
But with Ja, is also the percentages. You know, what I mean, Ja was leading the league in field goal percentage at the rim last season.
Yeah, I think.
You know what
I think.
and I think
points to the paint.
is Fox doing it now?
I
think Fox might be doing it now.
I'd have to check that, but
I can't remember.
But I've just seen it in too many games this year. I've seen De'Aaron Fox. Like, no one can stay in front of this guy. The second he decides he's going to the basket, no one can stay in front of him. And the thing is, yes, he avoids contact, but he's still scoring at the basket. But he can still handle the contact that's being thrown at him at the rim. No problem at all. So I feel like him taking that jump, I think mixing up with the fact that Fox also said, I'm going to be a scoring guard this year, average 25 points this season. Very big accomplishment. And he's able to do that because he has Sabonis, who I think set the triple-double record for Sacramento in terms of like their player history. He's got the most triple-doubles in Sacramento history or something.
Already?
Like that. In a season. In a single
Byron
season.
franchise. Oh, okay.
No, you're right though. You're right. They haven't accomplished much in it. So this is a massive
You had
deal.
it before Boogie.
Woo!
It probably was Boogie.
Or Rondo that won like...
Oh,
he wasn't
yeah.
there long enough though. He wasn't there. I think he was only there for like half a season or something like that. But I reckon... I have no idea who it would be. Maybe Mike Bibby. Jesus Christ. Oh,
Wow. Mike.
no, I can't think who...
It's a barren land.
No,
in
it must
Sacramento, man.
be Boogie. I can't think who else would be averaging triple doubles in like multiple triple doubles. But
I
like
miss Boogie. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well.
he's sitting on the couch somewhere. I feel so bad for him because
Yeah,
he's
he
good enough to
should be
play.
in the league.
But yeah, man, like De'Aaron Fox has really massively stepped up. I have to talk about Keegan Murray again, just because like I didn't believe that they made a great decision by drafting him. They drafted him at 4, bro. In that draft where there was loads of other talent around, loads of other players that seemed to be, great fits or better fits for them, and they took an older forward who could that play from the beginning. He's literally a plug and play kind of guy. He's averaging just under 12 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 44.6% from the field. But I think he's shooting 40.7% from 3 as a rookie. Bro.
Good numbers.
He's helping me in fantasy.
Yeah, boy. So, and then obviously the addition of Malik Monk, who they work perfectly together. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Fox and Monk, like they were roommates in college. Them in Kentucky were a problem for everyone, and I think I saw firsthand the kind of shit that Malik Monk's on, because when they played the Clippers, bro, that guy lit us up. It was disgusting.
He went in.
Absolutely disgusting. So I think Sacramento are gonna be a great team. Hopefully going forward. Playoffs wise, I have no idea what I'm going to see from them, because you're either going to get one end or the other of the spectrum. You're either going to get the team that haven't made the playoffs for 17 years, so they are geeked up. It's going to be loud in there. It's going to be aggressive. I think they're going to be like completely immersed in the game and be like, yeah, we're about to do a madness here. Yeah. Or they haven't got playoff experience. Like apart from Harrison Barnes, no one else in that team has playoff experience like that. So I think that could be something that gets exploited by whatever team happens to end up having to play them in the. They would play who? The 6th seed, which is currently
Warriors, I think.
Golden State, Sacramento would be a good.
That would be lovely to
because
see, man.
especially because Golden State have been terrible on the road this year.
So
absolutely
bad.
terrible on the road this year.
So bad.
And boy, you don't want to go into Sacramento like that, man. Those first 2 games in Sacramento might be like record breaking in terms of like
And what I like about
attendance
Sacramento is
numbers.
that they don't give a crap who they're playing.
Nah, bro. Same
They
energy,
don't
bro.
care. Same energy. You're getting worked, getting worky. They
I
don't care.
Darren Fox said, "We don't give a fuck what's going on over there, bro."
Yeah.
That's what he said. Like straight up, that's what he said, man. So, I think
Obviously, I love Swiper, man. Like you've been saying, there's something about them Kentucky cards, man.
yeah,
Just crazy. I think Sacramento are actually going to win a playoff series, and I think that's the mad thing. I think not only are you gonna make your comeback, but I look at the style of basketball that they play,
yeah,
and it's just they hit all the right notes. They have every answer. If you kind of want heliocentrism, give the ball to one person, let them rock. Fox can do that. When you want to get the parts going, you want to get the easy layups, the open threes. You've got Sabonis running the point. Sabonis can get a bucket himself as well. Like you said, you've got Monk flying around, Herter flying around, hitting jump shots. Like
There's a lot.
Murray hitting jump shots. Like there's just so much to like.
they don't play defense though. That's one thing.
Yeah.
they don't play defense.
They don't, but I think, and this is where
They're running up the score,
the
that's what they're
NBA is
doing.
kind of catching up a little bit to Golden State in terms of the offensive
Yeah,
principles that they're
definitely.
using, and you're starting to see it spread across the league now. And Sacramento, the first example of it, from when Sacramento are even starting to look good or look as good as Golden State. Maybe maybe the
Something's
guys, maybe the run is over. Maybe the
we can still
real victory was the friends along the way.
Do you, so, I will make a statement that if Sacramento beat whoever they play in the first round, they're gonna make the Western Conference Finals.
Huh?
Because I think right now I would take Sacramento over Memphis.
Yeah, same.
I would take Sacramento over Memphis.
I would. If Sacramento goes against Warriors in the first round
And they win.
and they win, they're going to Western Conference Finals.
I think they would.
I don't think they're gonna end up with the Warriors though.
No, this thing, yeah, it could
That's the
change.
thing. I think the Warriors might drop games and get Minnesota trying to get in there, and then Warriors might go play in, which is a risk, but is a risk that they could take because they got 2 chances. Because I'm damn well sure the Warriors aren't trying to go Phoenix first round. They're trying to delay as much time as possible for Wiggins to get back. If they had Wiggins, they wouldn't care who they're up against. So I think they might drop games and try go 7th, and then Minnesota go 6th.
I think if we're being honest, the options for that 6th spot are Golden State, LA, and
Golden State, Timberwolves, LA.
I don't
Even
think
Pelicans, because
Timberwolves.
there's just one game separating all of them.
I think it could be the Clippers as well. I think I would love to see Clippers, Sacramento.
There's 1.5
I would really
games.
like to see that.
That'll be a good series. There's 1.5 games between the 4th seed and the 6th seed though. So even Phoenix are not safe. If Phoenix lost 2 games, they'd probably drop down to the 6th seed, and then they'd have to play against Sacramento.
If Phoenix lose,
Apparently
home court
people are
advantage that way.
targeting.
Nothing's set in stone.
Well, according to Brian Windhorst
Yeah,
as well,
people are
Golden State
targeting them.
targeting obviously Sacramento Kings.
I would not do that if I was going to say. I can't lie.
Yeah.
They're gonna,
Like I
and
say,
you know what?
don't know.
That's so
You don't know what you're
crazy.
gonna get.
They're gonna get their own treatment to them,
Yeah, slightly. I think so.
and they're gonna be spun. It's gonna actually, wow.
Steph's gonna be right. But the thing is, we watched the playoffs together last year. We did like a little watch party, and there were times where I was watching Golden State, and I was like, "There's no way they're gonna do a madness here." But bro, I just can't count out Steph Curry anymore. Like you can't, because the way he shoots the basketball, no lead is too big for Golden State to come back into.
And the worst
And the
thing
fact
is,
that Sacramento do not play good defense, if suddenly Golden State flip a switch and can now play basketball like they're not shit on the road like they have been, they're a problem, bro. Clay's averaging 20 points this year, you know.
and one day, is that right?
Clay's averaging 20 points this
He's
year.
actually hit the most
Is that right?
In his career.
Reportedly, he's hit the most threes.
Is
No,
that
I
right?
was wrong, bro. I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. Clay's averaging 20 points this year. They just haven't won games. I don't know how this keeps happening to them, but
I
The-
think
Yeah, but
my
when they
only
catch
problem
fire
with
is a
what you
problem.
just said is I wasn't invited to the party. Was there Magnums? Was there what was going
it
on?
was us three at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
We
we'll do
might have to
practice.
do something for this year, innit? But
Next time, shout me. I'll bring some people. You know, so you can have a good time.
okay, what does that mean? Hey,
Allegedly.
I'm innocent. But yeah,
I think we could.
one thing quickly. KD's back.
KD, yeah.
KD's back. Phoenix are now in a position where they can start building a bit more. I mean, there's not a lot of time for them to do it, but they can build a bit, and they can build a bit of chemistry. And I'll be honest, after watching those 3 games, when he first got there, it didn't seem like it mattered at all, innit? Like
Yeah.
that might be the only player in the whole entire league that you can plug into any system in the league, and it's gonna work.
I hear you, but I think it still matters.
What matters? The chemistry.
Yeah, not necessarily on offense, but defensively.
That's where in my opinion it matters the least.
Really.
I think offensively, if there was ever going to be a problem with that Phoenix team, it would be on the offensive side, just because Devin Booker and KD score very similar ways. They're both mid-range players who also shoot the 3.
Yeah.
And then you have Chris Paul, who likes to shoot mid-range as well. He also shoot the 3.
But the way that Devin and KD get their shots is very different. Devin's a lot of screen work, a lot of ball screen work, a lot of pitch and chase. KD is kind of like get to my spots, elevate. So I agree with you in terms of KD. You can plug him into any team, and he's just gonna get to his spot, elevate, and he's an efficient. He's an all-time great mid-range shooter. He's a phenomenal 3-point shooter from that length and that height, and he can get to the rim as good as any of them. Isolation buckets all the time. Yeah, KD's fine.
Do you think KD's the best scorer of all time? In terms
No,
of
I
bag.
think-
In terms of like bag.
If it's bag,
I'm not talking about point. Like,
No.
Who's got the best bag?
because the smaller guards have better bags on paper.
Who has a better bag than KD?
It may not be as efficient.
Who has a better
and
bag
it may
than
not be as
KD?
efficient, but we're talking about the actual moves that they're pulling now.
Who has a better bag than
wait,
KD?
but
Kyrie has the deepest bag probably of all time.
Okay, wait. What?
Scoring
To be fair,
bag.
You can put that out there.
Yeah,
I
no, that's fine.
understand,
That's fine.
But
Scoring
basically,
bag.
when it comes to this is what I say. When it comes to
Like just getting a bucket. Like just get me a bucket.
when it comes to the bucket and the bag, you have to be able to score across all cylinders of the court.
Yeah.
So let's start from underneath the rim, footwork. Yeah, they both do have that.
No,
Kyrie
yeah.
does that. So
Kyrie's a better finisher at the basket than KD.
KD's footwork.
Kyrie's a better finisher at the basket
isn't-
than KD.
KD's footwork isn't that crazy. KD's game, I know KD can do a bit of flash here, but I'm gonna be real. KD's game is very simple if you really break it down.
The thing is, it's simple because
It's a hand
that's all
cross
he has to do.
to his spots and elevate, and it's money.
it's simple but effective. It's one of the ones where KD can score in the post. You can score in the post whether it's a jumper, a hook, or whatever.
Going left,
anything
going right.
Yeah.
Inside
Turning
the
left,
post,
right
he
shoulder.
can do that. Mid range, he can do that as well. Yeah. From the free, he can do that as well. Attacking the basket, he can do that as well. Whether that's finishing, dunking, finishing around the rim, pump fake, hesitation, finishing. Yeah. Extend it out, bit more out to the 3-point line. He can hit those deep shots, contested or not. So going from underneath the rim to all the way out there, he can score in every single position you put him in, no matter what. Whether it be left elbow, left corner, right elbow, right corner, deep right, high post, low post, like whatever position on the court you put him in, he's got a bag to score from there. It is similar to Kyrie in terms of he can do the exact same thing.
But I think the moves that Kyrie's doing are crazy.
But the
No,
thing is,
100%.
because that's the thing is because he has the swag and the moves to go with it, is like, yo, that's a deep bag. That's doing moves. But then if KD decided to do double between the legs, pound, spin, boom, then you'll be like, oh, raw. So that's the thing. But it's just that Kyrie has to have these moves because him attacking certain things in certain ways is what's going to help him for his size. Whereas if Kyrie was 6'6", 6'8",
Any taller than he is now.
honestly, because for me, like what player that reminds me of Kyrie in terms of bag work as well, if he was taller, is Paul George. He has that kind
George
of
has
moves.
a deep bag. I
So
love
now,
his bag.
if Kyrie was 6'9", not saying he'll be Paul George, it would be much bigger issue. But the way
Paul
that
George
he
might be
does
the
things,
silkiest small forward in the league.
he's the smoothest I've been saying this.
I've been saying this as well. I'm a big. I've
called
been a
called
big
him
PG
Pandemic
fan.
P for a minute, but I've always said that I love his game.
I think we're overlooking someone here, and I have to say his name, Steph Curry.
No.
Yes, Steph Curry's bag. The moves he pulls off into his shots are stupid.
I'm not
The
disputing that.
floaters,
Not
the
disputing that.
floaters and
Not
the
disputing that.
finishes are crazy. His mid-range game isn't outrageous. I understand that,
Okay, that's one.
but any outside of the three, he's the best shot maker in the league.
No, that's not a question.
No, but
Yeah.
No, that's- that's
Then
100%.
also, in my opinion,
100%.
his floaters, his
Floater
finishing
game is up there, yeah.
his not inside 3 feet, but between 3 and 10 feet game,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like any hand you want, left, right, scoop, over, skipping through 3 people, flipping, reversing with the trees around him. He's got it almost
But
the
do you know
same
what's-
way that
do
Kyrie
you know
has.
what's mad though? If Steph Curry pulls a move where he skips through and goes boom, everyone's gonna say, "Raw, that's like looks like Kyrie."
No, I agree. That's why I said. But that's why I said Kyrie
And the
first.
thing is,
But I had
with
to
Steph as
mention.
well, it's like not that he can't, but in terms of mid range, he's not like you don't pass the ball to Steph Curry in the mid range and he gives you a jab, one dribble pull up, or a jab, tween, boom, and then Steph Curry doesn't do that. He's literally he does all that dancing from outside the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Bit more space. It's not more contained. But if you put him in a contained space, he's not scoring like that.
The main reason I say that KD, in my opinion, is the greatest scorer of all time is because there's no limits to his game. Kyrie has no limits to his game as well, apart from the fact that he's 6'2". KD is the opposite of 6'2", bro. KD might be 7'2". KD might be 7'2". We don't know. No one's ever measured him in the last 10 years anyway. I'm telling you, bro. Like, and I don't have to like argue it because you agree with me as well. When you watch him like get into, and I agree, he's not dribbling like crazy or anything like that. But when we're talking,
He can.
Yeah,
I've seen him go. Yeah. Left wing.
we
pull
all
it.
we all have.
Crazy.
But I think what sets KD apart from a lot of these other guys anyway, it's the counters that he has to all of the moves. When like I've seen him do it to Kawhi so many times, especially when Kawhi was in Toronto and San Antonio. Kawhi kind of had an idea of what KD was going to do. Same thing as you. The between the legs, hezzy, pull, 3. Everyone knows that's KD's shot from anywhere within the 3-point line and outside the 3-point line.
Yeah.
But then Kawhi would always be like, cool, I'm gonna sit on that a little bit. He doesn't jump. KD's ready for the next move and the next one and the next one. I saw a play the other day where, and this was maybe while he was still in Brooklyn, where KD had the ball, he was going into his moves, and then the whistle got blown, and the guy tried to stay in front of him, and KD just went into the counter, and the counter went to the basket. Didn't count, of course. But the point I'm trying to make to you is, he has an answer for every defensive thing you put in front of him. That is one-on-one. Because we saw what happened against Boston when they started bringing doubles and they were defending him.
It wasn't doubles, they were triples. There was a
Yeah,
double
yeah.
and
Yeah,
an
yeah,
additional person sitting waiting for it. So it was double and help.
Even then, if it wasn't for his toe, you would have still done him out.
I don't want to. Yeah, that was against Milwaukee the year
Oh,
before.
sorry.
We're talking about Boston. Was it last year that just?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Where Brooklyn got swept.
Yeah. But it's one of the ones
Where
where
Brooklyn got swept.
that's fine. They got swept. What am I supposed to do? But it's one of the ones here where the scheme you had to do for KD was that it wasn't that there was a guy and then there was help. It was double and the help.
Yeah,
3 people.
yeah.
And every time they went past him or ran round, they had to hit him and strike him. They had to do all of that. So that just alone goes to show, even though, yes, it was successful, but of course, if you're being double to triple teamed every single possession,
And
it's
Nash
gonna
wasn't
be
coaching
tough.
anything out
Yeah, it
there,
wasn't.
man. Bro, man's playing with
We all know
Nah,
how
it
I
was
feel
a
about
mess.
that.
Do you know?
that guy.
Now I even think about it deeper. Kyrie is such a good shot. You know, like
I don't think
100%.
there's a single like
I still think it's KD.
Kyrie can score at every level. He has moves that no one else in the league is doing or can do, and he's pulling them
And his
off.
footwork is
Even
insane.
KD, they were on a podcast together. KD's like, oh, that move that you pulled on Steph, and KD's
Yeah,
there blushing.
between-
Yeah.
Like this, like,
Yeah.
and I'm not,
Said he's
bro.
blushing.
KD fangirls over Kyrie,
Like,
bro.
But because he respects.
I don't know, but
games,
it's
right?
it's
Yeah,
love,
yeah,
innit? It's
yeah,
all.
yeah.
I'm mocking him, but I'm not mocking him. innit?
Yeah, no.
And I love KD's game as well. It's another guy, details that I've just observed and watched, and KD's gonna leave with his no matter what. Yeah. But if we're talking back, for me, bag is what moves do you have in your arsenal. It's not just like what is your offensive game. It's what KD probably has the most unstoppable offensive game, in my opinion.
I agree.
But for me, bad work is like getting your tricks, man.
Yeah.
And that's where I go. I'm not necessarily so sure, but he's definitely up there though. He's top 10 of all time, undisputedly. Top 10 bag.
Top 10 bag.
Yeah.
Not
No.
top 5.
He could be top 5, but top 10 undisputed.
I think it's top 5.
When you start naming names, it gets a bit tighter. Because the thing is, I can come up with some real shifty guys, and you'll be like, okay, well, is KD's bag more creative than their bag?
Just name one. Then we can name one.
Melo's a shout.
No,
Melo's offensive bag was
Melo didn't have
the dribble like KD does. That's an easy one to wipe.
Melo would do.
Melo
would do
score
one
on it.
dribble, tween, pull up, real faster.
Melo's offensive bag was in the post. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
It's the head down from that point. The jab steps. It's him.
Feints,
He's not even looking at the basket when he's doing all of this as well.
I love Melo so much. I miss you, bro. That 50 all jumpers that he dropped.
Yeah, disgusting.
Dirty. But before we go,
Yeah.
Just to say out there, so the 2023
Hall of Fame.
Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class
Yes,
has
sir.
been reported and is loaded. So we have Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Gasol, Tony Parker, Becky Hammond, and Pop. Greg Pop. Good class.
Do you know what? I'm not like a student of the game to the point where I know who was in every class and stuff like that. But Dwayne Wade, Pau Gasol, Dirk Nowitzki, who was the other one?
Tony Parker.
And Tony Parker. But they're one shy of like a all-time great starting five. That's crazy.
Honestly.
That's crazy. They all hung it up at the same time.
Yeah, no, that's just a good shot. It's good to see guys there getting up to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, man. So happy for all these guys, and I need to see that ceremony, man, when you give them speeches and that.
I hope Pop don't retire after. I want to see if the Spurs get number 1 pick. I want to see Pop hang around for just a couple more years, innit?
Let the guy rest.
Nah.
He's old.
He is, but Bear coach is old, isn't it? But
you want to work? I'm sure he's getting pension checks as we speak.
Yeah, he's well into his 70s. I just feel like if San Antonio do get Victor in it, Wembanyama, just 1 year.
And you
Just
know, like
1 year
basketball's a
retire.
stressful
It
game, man. Like
Yeah,
his blood pressure is probably.
He
can't
was
handle
talking
this
about
no
it.
more.
He was talking about it. He was saying sometimes he's not bothered, and then he gets to the gym and sees the young guys and how energetic they are and how badly they want to be good. He's like, yeah, man, I love it here.
Also, he's a cult leader.
He's a what?
He's a cult leader.
What called
San Antonio is a cult.
the basketball team?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard stories. Steven Jackson said some stuff about that team in the past.
Yeah, he has laid some comments. So
I don't think we're talking.
Not just him. DeJounte Murray said the
Yeah,
exact same thing.
Yeah.
They suck the personality out of you, and they force you to conform. Why do you think it's only now Timmy could grow his hair?
What, you think they were shaving people's heads?
Bro,
Oh my god.
what makes you at the age that Tim Duncan is decide to grow? Obviously, you know, I'm starting my own lock journey. You know what I'm saying? That's why the
That's
hair's...
at the age. He's 40-something years. He's not that old. He's old, but he's not that old.
Tim Duncan.
I think starting your lock journey at 40 is crazy.
Why not, man? Why
But if
not?
you are doing it, more power to you.
Exactly. Probably
Don't
easier.
let a hater like me on the internet change your ways.
He's doing like jiu-jitsu or some shit now, isn't he?
He's
What?
enjoying life, man.
Like, I swear he's doing like capoeira or something. He's like fighting. Yeah, he's like doing some sort of combat sport.
Yeah,
That's long, you know.
That's 20 years of cult. That's what that is.
He's got to use that training.
Yeah.
But on that note, we got to call the podcast to an end. As we always say, like, comment, subscribe, share, follow us on socials at Take It to Rim Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, at Take It to the Pod on Twitter. Make sure you do all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for our guests. Anything that you want to
Yeah,
plug
yourself, bro.
in.
Plug
Oh,
your socials. Plug whatever you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Socials, Soji2.jpg on Instagram because they locked me up my first one. So, obviously I don't want to say what I want to say to the people there, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man. Follow the pod, man. Let these people know when they're wrong.
You know what? I respect it though, innit? Because you said beforehand you got smoked. You came on, you made your points.
Thank you.
You delivered some smoke. Some smoke was delivered.
Appreciate it.
But that's what we're here for, innit, man?
Barbecue.
I don't need everyone to agree with me about everything.
And I didn't even get through what I wanted to say about Jimmy Butler. But other than that, if you like black art and culture, check out Nourishment on Instagram. If you like black theatre, plays, all of that. And yeah, that's me.
Yeah, we'll put everything in the bios, and yeah, you'll be able to click on the links and tune into all the plugs. And a certain member is away.
MIA again.
MIA again. But
MIA
as he
again.
always says, and I'll do it on his behalf. Over and out, baby.